The Monstrous Playbook is an adventure podcast for grown-ups. It contains violence and profanity and deals with adult themes that may be uncomfortable for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Monstrous Playbook, a real play Monster of the Week podcast where we roll dice and tell lies and play until someone cries. This week on the cover story, the truth about what's going on in their city and in the otherworldly realms simply called there begins to make itself clear. But of course, knowledge doesn't come easy. So first they'll have to fight the veritable army that's surrounded Kira's home. Then they'll have to fight to make sense of what's going on. But come on, they're gonna do great. I mean, probably.
I'm John, and I play Mark Clayton.
I'm Lauren, and I play Kira Ashwood.
I'm Miah, and I play Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
I'm Jonny, and I play literally everybody else. Let's see how they do. Previously on the cover story, last we left off, you guys had holed up with Emily, from Eyes and her team inside Kira's house to escape the frenzied mob outside. And with Mark's sight, he could see that all the people in that mob, their spirits were glowing a sickly purple, and they all had a pair of long curved horns growing out of their heads. Also, I have 5 points to use against Casey.
Great. So, demonic spirits knocking on my door.
May I ask that Casey goes out a back door and goes around the house?
Roll X under pressure.
So you can change that 5 to an 8.
I will change that 5 to an 8.
Do I see her going out the door?
My intention would also to not be.
We'll see.
Because you don't have a protection bracelet on you yet.
14?
Yeah, you want to get out the back, you want to get out unseen, you want to sneak around to the front, you can do all of those. Hell, you want to get up on the roof?
Yeah, I'd like to, because I was imagining that Tommy and Casey were in a half bath on Kira's main floor when Emily, Jamie, and Dorian had busted in. I want to, with everybody distracted with Emily and them coming in, Casey go out the back way. I'm assuming with the 14, Tommy doesn't even notice.
No, Tommy notices because you were literally in front of him, but I think he will go, hey.
Casey's not going to listen, just keep going. And I'm going to say that she has her shotgun and her 9mm. I think, because I know she left her rifle, I believe, in the car. But yeah, I want to go around back, and then I'm not sure what the scene looks like, but essentially peek around the corner.
So what's trying to get into the front of the house is people. Ordinary ass people. You clock that there's maybe 20, 25 of them.
Am I able to read a bad situation to see if there's anything off about them?
Sure, read a bad situation.
12.
That wouldn't happen to be your advanced move, would it?
It happens to be an advanced move.
So you get your 3 questions, and then I give you 1 freebie is how it works.
Lauren, can you ask whatever questions that you had, because I need to write some shit down, and I need to think of questions.
Mark can see that there's these demonic spirits, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you say that to us, Mark? I think then knowing that that was what kind of possessed Casey, Kira would look to Nick and be like, anything to prevent people from being possessed. That's what's happening outside. A bunch of possessed people.
So the first thing that you notice, Darkside, is that they aren't communicating with each other in any way, but they are coordinating. They're not doing hand signals, they're not speaking, but they all seem to know where the others are going and working well like a team.
Are they being controlled?
I remember hive mind.
That's not a question you get to ask.
I don't know if I'd be able to tell, but can I tell if there's a singular point in where communication is coming from, like a commander?
How would you be able to tell that?
I don't know. I guess are they all pretty much just worker bees, and there isn't a specific person that's in charge?
Not here.
Their appearance, do they have superhuman strength, or are they just a mass of humans?
They don't appear to be how to explain this? Because none of them's really doing anything. I think you can tell the fact that they haven't broken through the door yet. They're just They're literally just people, and there's just a lot of them.
Do these spirits controlling these individuals count as an unnatural creature?
I'd say so.
Cast out evil, I couldn't do more than one individual, though, right?
No, I don't think so.
Does Nick say anything when I ask him if there's some way to like prevent being possessed?
On his behalf, roll preparation.
Plus sharp.
Plus sharp.
Oh, 12? Yeah, 12.
Nice.
You know what? What the hell? We've made this part of magic already. What kind of preparation? Why don't you just roll a naked d6? Because there's mind control, there's demonic possession.
Right, which I think we know it's like demonic, but so just roll a d6?
Yeah.
3?
Okay, because I'm deciding that he knows offhand, he knows a spell to prevent one of those. And the way it would work if it's the kind that he's thinking is that it would try to make you lose sight of yourself. So what he needs you to do, he pulls out a little notebook, rips out a couple of pages. He needs you to very quickly draw a picture of yourself and sign it, and then eat it.
Why do we always have to eat paper? Okay, draw a picture, sign it, and eat it. Oh my god, okay. My Pictionary skills are not the best, but we'll try.
Skill is not important. What matters is the intention behind it and the fact that it's a representation of you. Imbue yourself in the piece of paper, consume it, and hang on to it. Until you shit it out, it'll be a talisman against something pushing you out.
So poetic, Nick.
You want romance? Talk to my brother.
I think Mark will turn around and see you trying to eat a piece of paper and be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yourself, write your name on this and eat it. It's how you prevent these things from getting inside of you. And I think Kira will like give papers to everybody in the room and then be like, where the fuck's Casey?
Oh shit. Can I go run to Casey with this information?
I do think Tommy and Nick definitely have supernatural style, some kind of a permanent ward upon themselves for just such an occasion. You want to go look for Casey, Mark? Why don't you roll investigate a mystery?
Can I ask my third question?
Yes.
What's the best way to protect the victims?
7.
You know she went out the back. From there, it's anybody's guess.
I'm gonna run out the back door and then...
Did you draw yourself first?
I didn't. Because I wanted to bring this to Casey first because I saw that happen in my mind where one of those things got into her, so...
Uh-huh.
So then you get to roll +1 if you're trying to prevent it.
Which I think just makes that an 8, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did roll 14 to get out unnoticed.
It's true. Way of knowing which direction she went from here, Mark.
Then you could try to connect with her telepathically, maybe.
Yeah, that was gonna be my next thing. Can I try and telepathically connect with her and tell her that she needs to draw on a piece of paper and of an illustration of herself and then eat it?
And sign it.
Protect yourself? Yes. Eat it and sign it. Sign it, eat it. In that order.
Still figuring out how to be a human, aren't you, Mark?
Oh, god damn it.
Casey, put them to sleep would be the best way to protect the victims.
How do I do that?
Well, that's a good question.
It's like killing them, like putting them to sleep. It's like permanent sleep.
That's perma sleep.
You asked how to protect the victims.
I know.
Is killing them protecting them?
Oh, are you considering the people who are in front of me the victims?
Yeah.
Use Dockers. Wait, Dockers is with...
Dockers is with Theo.
Yep, that's what I thought.
Thinking of Theo.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is the dress barn from Kira's house?
You had said Mark was kind of giving her a play-by-play.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd been en route kind of the entire time.
Well, she's been waiting at the dress barn for a while, and as soon as Emily, Jamie, and Dorian busted in, Mark was like, hey, help.
And at that point, you would have left and gone run into Kira's house to save Big Sis.
Yeah, but I'm on a moped.
Roll act under pressure to drive.
Oh.
You will be there in a little bit, a matter of minutes. Like, I literally want to say that you do something to the moped to make it magically faster. Like some kind of... But wait, because the other thing you have is like wind, right? Boom, wind's at your back.
My victims, are you calling the people, these 20-some-odd people banging at the door, the victims?
You asked the question and I answered it.
Okay, thanks. I think Casey will drop back and go back into the backyard.
Where she will find Mark Clayton.
Can you put people to sleep?
Oh, there you are. Wait, put people to sleep, why?
I'm thinking to stop the people who are trying to get into Kira's house, maybe putting them to sleep.
Doctors is with Theo. He might be able to do it. Boiling in the green, just smoke them up.
Okay.
Unless... No, I can't do that. I need doctors for that. I'm gonna contact Theo and see where she's at, and I reach out to Theo, and I assume she tells me that she's halfway there.
I'm on my way, trying to get there as soon as I can.
You were right in the middle of something, Mark Clayton. I'll remind you.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, Kira found a way to protect yourself from this. You need to draw a picture of yourself, sign it, and then eat the piece of paper, and that will shield you from being possessed by this thing. So quickly do that, and I hand you the paper and pencil that I got. I haven't done it yet.
Do you tell Casey you haven't done it yet?
No.
Casey will take the paper and pencil. And what were we supposed to do?
So you're supposed to draw a picture of yourself. It doesn't need to be accurate. It just needs to be a representation of yourself. Sign it so that you recognize that that's you. You're signing it for yourself, and then eat it.
Kira, one of your front windows breaks.
Cool.
Casey, do you do it?
Yeah, so what Casey ends up doing, because Mark said a representation of themselves, is that Casey's just going to sign her name on the paper and then eat it.
Ooh.
Okay.
So, and then I think looking around Kira's backyard, I don't know what your backyard looks like necessarily, but is there anything back here that I can use to either maybe restrain these people, or else worst case, the other thing I was going to do is maybe shoot at them to try and get their attention and have them chase me.
I think it's probably like, typical backyard stuff. She's probably got like a garden hose. She's probably got like...
You are on record as gardening as a hobby, I think. Probably have a shed.
Type of garden supplies. Yeah, there's probably a shed. There's probably... My thought was like perhaps taking out like a few at a time, trying to like let in a few into the house, maybe get a few to follow you. We could lock a few in the shed.
I think what Casey's gonna do, turn to Mark. I'm gonna try and distract some of them. Keep tabs on where Theo is. Update her that we need her to put these motherfuckers to sleep. See if she can even fucking do that. I'm gonna go and try and distract them.
Okay, be careful. And then I run back inside to find a piece of paper and a pencil.
Casey's gonna run to the front of the house, and I think she's gonna end up taking out her like Glock and shooting a couple of them, but like on their feet and like their calves, so that to not kill them, but to like slow them down.
You're just gonna graze them?
Yeah.
We'll kick some ass.
Do I need to roll investigate to find a pencil and paper?
Mark, roll act under pressure.
I'm a reporter. There's gotta be pencils everywhere.
So I rolled a 10. I also have precise strike, and I'm assuming this is not an ambush.
I mean, it is.
Okay, so okay, let me roll precise strike. Precise strike's a 9, so that's 5 harm.
So I think what happens then is that you will, to make it easy, I'm just going to say there's 20 dudes. I say dudes, but there's men and women and not children. Notably not children. You fire off 3 shots and hit a couple of them in the shoulder and 1 in the leg. And those 3 and 2 more turn at once and come after you. The rest of them don't seem to take any notice or interest in you.
So how many are following her?
5.
I think we try to let in a few, maybe, and see if we can incapacitate a few of them to try to split them up a little further.
What is Donovan doing during all of this?
Getting his sword ready, probably. I don't know. What is he doing, Johnny?
Totally had forgotten he was with you. I do think he's got his sword.
Does he seem as though he knows something about these things that we don't?
If he does, he hasn't connected it to the situation at hand. I do think once your window is broken, Jamie's gonna fire a shot.
Oof, okay. After he does that, I think he'll be like, no, like, they're people.
I think Dorian's gonna pull you back and be like, you never killed a person before. And then he's gonna fire another couple of shots and kill that one.
I think Kira would say, I try not to kill innocent people if I can help it. You don't really seem like you're innocent yourself.
Threatening me?
That depends. Are you gonna fucking listen to me?
Roll manipulate someone.
It's a 12 advanced move.
Oof. All right. I think Emily will come between you and him and be like, all right. Listen, I know we're not on the same team, but we're on the same coin. Opposite sides. As far as those things out there are concerned, we're made of the same meat. They'll kill us. Why shouldn't we kill them?
Because we might be able to help them.
Help them, then open the door.
We take a few at a time, we knock them out, we incapacitate them. They're being controlled by something else.
Kind of look at each other, and Jamie will be like, that could bloody work.
Did I ever find a piece of paper to eat?
Yes. I do think you're like drawing, you're like, no, fucking crumple it. You're like drawing it again. You're like, no, fuck, that's not me.
The wings aren't quite right.
But I think at this point you got it, and then you sign Mark Clayton, and then you crumple it up and you eat it.
All right, I'm going to push past this conversation that's happening and try and start knocking out some people.
Just like run up to the window and punch somebody.
Basically.
All right, roll kick some ass.
6.
Mark Clayton has been pulled into the front yard.
Wow.
Can Kira be there and spend a hold and pull him back out?
Why don't you roll protect someone?
So wait, did I like punch through the glass and like somebody yanked me out?
You punched and somebody dodged and grabbed your hand, and then 2 other arms grabbed onto you and started pulling you out.
Oh no. Bye.
I rolled a 7.
I love how fights work in this game. So you protect them okay, but you'll suffer some or all of the harm they were going to get. But you don't care because you're Kira friggin' Ashwood. So that would probably have been 3 harm, which I think comes down to 0 because you're a fucking tank.
So did I spend a hold then to do that? To be there, or?
No, you were up front. You were talking. He pushed past you, and you were like, "What the fuck?" He punched, got grabbed, and you yanked him back. And then all these, in order to get the momentum to do that, as you were trying to pull him out, all these fists just started pummeling you.
I almost wonder if Mark would have inflicted some of that on his way back in.
Can Kira actually grab one of the people that's in the window and actually try to pull them through?
That'll be kick some ass.
13 advanced move.
Okay. So what happens when you grab this one is that when you grab it and start trying to pull it, instantly 2 of its friends wrap their arms around his waist. You wrench it free and pull it inside.
And I think what I would like to do is actually see if I can kind of get it into a chokehold and knock him out.
I'm gonna see if I can find something, is there anything around that I can help restrain this thing? Like a rope or something like that, or a tassel from the window, or...
Yeah, you can yank down one of the drapes and whip it into a makeshift rope.
All right, I'm gonna hog tie this guy.
Well, Kira's still on that one, and you might want to move your attention because 2 more are, the 2 that we're trying to grab onto it are gonna sort of climb in. One literally flops in, and then the other one jumps in over it and is up and ready. So there's 2 things standing, and then Kira's gonna make one pass out in just a second. Can
I make a contained explosion to at least get them to fly against the wall and try and knock them out by a pressure explosion to hit them against the wall?
Roll use magic.
8.
Pick a glitch.
Take 1 harm.
Okay. So yeah, you make a contained explosion in 2 directions, punching yourself in the chest and then shoving him back against, I think, the wall in between the window and the door so that he doesn't, well, unless you want to throw him back outside. I'd allow that.
I think I was trying to knock him out on the wall or whatever,
yeah.
So.
Casey, what are you doing? You've got 5 of these things chasing you.
I think that Casey has, I'm assuming on her left hand, her brass knuckles, and then her Glock in her other one. Would I be able to knock out 2 of them by hitting one with the butt of my gun, and then hitting the other one with the brass knuckles, in the head?
I'm gonna have you roll kick some ass twice, and I'm gonna have you subtract 2 from both of them.
Okay, so the first one is 7. The next one is
a 6.
So you're going to smack one with the butt of your gun right in the forehead. The other one at the same moment is going to punch you in the face. So you'll take 1 harm from that.
Even though I have 2 armor?
Fine. Okay, fine. Yeah, and then the other one will like fully dodge and like catch you, knee you in the stomach, which again you won't care about, but it will still be holding you by the arm.
Cool. Great.
Got a great point blank shot. You hear the puttering of a moped pulling up.
Okay, I still have my gun. Can I take a shot into one of their stomach?
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
7.
Yeah, I think it's going to try to do that thing where it elbows you in the top of your back, and then you just plant a slug right in its stomach. I think it's going to like go up off the ground from it, and then start to go limp.
Okay, so I still have 4 of them though with me. Well, 3 of them. One's knocked out.
I think the one is dazed, not knocked out.
Wait, am I still grappled?
No, its grasp has gone slack.
I think that Casey's gonna try and pull away.
You could do that with little to no effort.
Okay, yeah, I think Casey's gonna try and pull away and back away from them. And you said Theo has arrived?
Theo's arrived.
Okay. And I see a horde of people in the front of Kira's house.
Yep, you see some of them pouring in through the window, some still trying to slamming the door open. A contingency has gone around to one side to go into the backyard.
Okay, and Mark has updated me that we need to put them to sleep.
Yep.
I think Theo's gonna like jump off of her moped, like throw her helmet to the ground, pause like before them, and hey, Dockers, think you could use your help right now. Think we could put these guys to sleep?
Well, it just turned 420, so that's kind of a lot, though. I mean, I don't know. It's not going to be cheap, you know what I mean?
Well, what do you mean? What do you need?
What do you got?
I mean, like, I have the power of wind, so I can help you there.
Why don't you roll use magic?
12. Advanced move.
I think you are going to have to give him something that is as close to marijuana as you have.
I was gonna say, we need some reefer.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of what Theo would have.
Oregano.
No.
Yeah. Sage.
Honestly, yeah, she would either have sage, she would still probably have wolfsbane on her, or else, like, maybe even tobacco.
I'm going to take the sage and the tobacco, put those in your mouth, and then in your sort of mind space, you can see Docker's taking them both and rolling them up into like a huge baseball bat-sized blunt, which he then like lights over a campfire, and then takes a huge hit that like burns off like a quarter of it, and then exhales enough smoke to totally cloud your vision in your mind space. And then I don't think you guys can see her from where you're at, but you can see this just billowing wall of smoke flowing towards the house.
Can I say, I really like the idea of Theo just like holding out her hands and just like, and then blowing it and it just like going everywhere.
Oh yeah. That's exactly what's happening. Like it might even be the case that like it's not fully coming out of your mouth. Like you just have a sort of flame held in your hands, and then you just blow on it, and then just the smoke goes everywhere, like you're sitting in the worst seat at a campfire, and it envelops all of the ones in the front. It starts to leak into the house, but the ones inside and the ones around the back will not be affected. All of the ones outside will start laughing and then will crumple to the ground.
So that's like, what, 14 of them? 13 of them?
There were 3 inside, 5 around back, 11.
I'm going to telepathically reach out to Dockers and be like, is that the biggest hit you've ever done?
Qui es-tu pour me demander ça? In French, who are you to speak to me this way?
I like to think, could Theo hear Mark talking to Doctors? Probably.
Yeah.
I like to think that like Theo, hopefully not to Mark, maybe to Doctor, says, well, it is for me.
3 inside right now. The one that I knocked out.
You knocked out one, Mark knocked back another, and then there's another one in there.
Okay, can Kira actually just like throw him in like towards Tommy and then have Tommy sucker punch him and knock him out?
That'll just be a kick some ass roll, yeah.
Okay.
like everyone else is passed out, there's this one guy that's like, "Arr," and you just grab him and whip him.
And
All right, so I think that happens. I think Emily and Dorian do exactly the same thing. Casey, the only ones that are up are on you. 1 dazed, 1 dying, 3 more.
I think I don't want to, but I think Casey will do it. She's gonna take shots off on them and just kill them.
Go kick some ass, Darkside.
12. And that's my advanced move.
Oof.
Do you want me to do precise strike?
You know what? Sure.
11. It's 4 harm total.
I think Mark is concerned about the whole, like, seeing Casey get, taken over by one of these spirits, and he's concerned, so he runs back outside to try and, like, get this thing away from her as she's taking the shot.
Mark, why don't you roll Act Under Pressure to see how fast you can get out there, to see whether you can do anything at all.
I'm assuming, does he get an additional 1 since it's part of his thing?
He does. And then
Act under pressure?
Yeah.
it's 1 to whatever you roll.
Yeah, 12.
Also, Casey, you can also inflict double the normal harm, drive the enemy away, suffer no harm at all, or completely hold the advantage for your advanced move.
Completely hold the advantage.
So there are these 4 guys coming towards you. Mark, you come around the corner just in time to see Casey blow one of their heads off. The spirit head with the horns is still there, but like slowly pulsing, fading in pulses. And then it falls to its knees and then falls forward. 3 coming towards you. You want to keep killing Casey Davis?
You said there were 3 still coming towards me?
Yeah.
Is Mark out there now?
Mark is there now.
Yeah, I want to keep killing.
Roll it again. Mark, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna just like power drive these guys. Like, I'm gonna jump with my wings and like shield myself with one of my wings and just like bash into them like a football player.
Why don't you roll kick some ass?
I rolled an 8.
12 with the +1.
What I will let you do, Mark Clayton, is you can either do damage onto one of these other ones, or you can land on the one that is about to hurt Casey.
And that was my advanced move, actually, kick some ass. So I will go after the one that was right next to Casey.
Then Casey, your shotgun will hit this one, I think glancingly hit one, and then also another one. And then that one is like swinging at you, but then Mark is going to land and grab the arm that it was swinging with and hurl it pile driver style so it lands on its head. And that one's down.
Is there 1 left?
2 left, both damaged. One that you hit in the face, one that you glanced with the shotgun.
Okay. I think after seeing Mark there, I feel like it kind of like shakes and reminds Casey. And I think that if I could like to maybe run up and just knock. I'd like to knock both of them out, but or just knock one of them out.
Pistol with them?
Yeah.
Well, you know what to do.
12. No, 13.
All right, I'm going to narrate this for you because you're going to do that thing where you swing around and punch one of them in the face, and then in the same move, kick the other one. And they're both down and alive.
Okay. But they're
Yeah,
knocked out.
Yes.
Is that all of them?
And Casey glances around. Yeah. How's inside?
He's not sure.
Like out here. Let's find something to wrangle these guys up. Are the spirits doing anything?
They're trying to move the bodies, and some of them kind of are.
Almost as if they're like, trying to drive the bodies, yeah.
I think Theo's gonna go and like check on these people who are now knocked out, checking their pulse, making sure they're okay. Does she see anything like ghosts or whatever?
Why don't you roll Read a Bad Situation and open up your third eye?
11.
You can see like the thing itself is actually like a pale blue, and it has these long, thin horns coming out of the front of it. I think like a bat nose, pushed in, crinkled, kind of skeletal, and then just rows of 3-inch long fangs. And it's unusually muscled and made out of something other than flesh. Probably like sort of scale armor almost on its shoulders. You know, outside here, there are, I think, 11 of them, and they're just flailing like a turtle on its back.
Wait, so there's 11 of these creatures that you just described?
Yep, when you open up your third eye, what you see instead of the people is this thing.
But there's 11 of them.
And then around the back, there's 5 more. You get 4 questions.
Okay, I kind of want to ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Not here.
Kind of a clarifying question. Because you had said that they cannot be here unless somebody from here brings them or like invites them. Seeing this, are they considered here or not yet?
Oh, they're here.
Can that just be like a clarifying question, not like a question?
Sure.
Okay. Can I tell who brought them here or if they're tethered to someone?
How would you tell who brought them here? You would have to try to talk to one of them.
We might need Mark for that.
Mm-hmm.
How do we banish these ogres from here? Mark and I both have cast out evil, by the way.
You can use that to get them one by one out of these people. Clarifying answer, it's not multiple ogres. It's the same one multiple times.
Is there is this okay? So all of that singular ogre is here,
And
but
it
it's
is
multiplied.
it's like a hive mind. It's all connected to this one ogre.
It's spreading.
Yeah.
That is here. There's no like at the top of the tree. Okay.
I guess my last question.
Which isn't your last question, by the way, because your third eye gives you a bonus hold.
Normally I already get 3 questions, but because you got an extra hold because of your third eye, you have 4 questions.
Yeah, but I've used up 3 questions already. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? How do we banish the ogres from here? Can we tell who brought the ogres here or who is tethered to them? So then those are my 3, and then I have a 4th question.
Oh, okay. Then the answer to your third question is no. Yeah, can we tell who brought the ogres here? No.
Well, you said would have to talk to one of them.
You may or may not get the answer you're looking for.
Have we determined why these ogres have possessed these people?
Not yet.
While she's doing that, can Kira try to take some of the people that have knocked out? I think she wants to lock a few of them into the shed for right now to kind of split up the groups. And then I think she might, your discretion, Jonny, but does Kira also have like a cellar? She's got like an old Victorian home.
Yeah, I think not necessarily a cellar, but I think there is like a an old disused section of the basement that you haven't got around to updating.
Sure. And then I think she would put another kind of group down there. So like a couple people in the shed, a few people down in the basement, so that it's splitting them up a little bit.
So like still some outside, some in the shed, some downstairs. How many in each place? Donovan will help.
So how many did we end up killing in total? Dorian killed 1. Casey killed a few. We killed like what, 4 total?
Yeah, Dorian killed 1, Casey killed 1, Mark killed 1. Casey killed 2.
So there's 16 left. I'll say let's do like 4 outside and then 6 in the basement, 6 in the shed.
What do you want to do with the dead bodies?
I can burn them.
Oof. No, don't do that. They're people.
We can bury them.
I think I would put them in the shed.
So we could also put it in my van and we can take them somewhere and bury them.
We can put them in Casey's van and cover them over with like a tarp or something.
I'm used to it. What would be the best way to convince one of the ogres to talk to Theo? Like a bargaining chip.
Offer it a body. Casey, so as you are loading these things into your van, roll act under pressure.
10. I did not add anything to that.
Okay. You throw them in, cover them up with a tarp, slam it shut, and then you hear police sirens.
How cleaned up is like the house as far as like the people? Like, are they all hidden and put away?
There are 4 people laying on Kira's lawn. The front window is broken, and then there's probably yet some blood around back. Well, quite a bit of blood. You blew off one of their damn heads. That would not be immediately apparent from the front yard, but if anybody went a looking, they'd find it.
So I think so it's like Donovan and Tommy and Nick and Kira who are like moving people, right?
Yep.
I think that Casey is going to grab Nick and like hurry him to the front, seeing Theo. Get these people inside. The police are coming. I'm gonna handle the blood in the back. Casey's gonna like turn on Kira's hose and like
Can I
hose the blood away, and then I think Theo with Nick's help is gonna try and bring the people inside.
Two things.
I could have tried to do something too if that doesn't work.
Mark?
Is Trooper Dale by chance with this group of people, or is this completely like
Unclear. Unlikely.
shit? Can I? I'm gonna ask the team first because this always gets me into trouble. Could I go scare the cops away?
No.
I would not do that.
No.
And how would you do that? That would just raise more questions.
If anything, just keep on like the download. Mark, help us help us move these people in the front. Theo and Nick need help moving these people.
Fine.
You got to be careful with how you phrase that. Mark, help us get rid of these bodies. No problem.
But yeah, if Mark and Theo and Nick can move the people that are still outside in and hidden, Casey's going to try and clean up the backyard.
Either grabbing, okay, so Theo and Nick are both helping bring the bodies.
Mm-hmm.
I think instead I would ask Theo or Nick, and I will take over with bringing the bodies, and I'll say, can you make the window look normal? Like some sort of illusion?
I can't do that. I can make it glass, maybe.
I mean, one of the things that you could do is like magic is something beyond human limitations.
Yeah, but I'm not a illusionist.
Nick?
I can do something. I'll see what I can do. How attached are you to everything in your kitchen? Donut, never mind. More important things. He's going to run into your kitchen.
Okay.
So
I'm basically trying to make the window look like nothing's wrong.
No. I'm just saying, like, what is he planning on doing?
We'll find out.
Don't worry about it.
I think Theo's gonna look at Kira and just be like, what does he mean?
I don't know. She's gonna do something to cover it up so that they don't see what's happening.
But he's just a monster hunter. What is he gonna do?
Oh, he can do some magic.
Wait.
You'll hear him shout from the kitchen, "You don't know me, witch."
I don't know how many bodies are out here.
Come on.
Theo
Let the man
is going to stomp inside and confront Nick.
How many bodies are there outside? Because I'm grabbing them.
Okay.
Tommy, help me, please.
Okay, Kira roll act under pressure for the front yard. Casey roll act under pressure for the backyard.
Adding 2 to it.
Okay.
That's a 10.
Am I inside with Theo?
You're wherever you think you are. Who are you helping?
Shoot, I would have still been outside. I'm probably helping move the bodies to the places.
Mark, why don't you roll help out? I have a funny question. Casey, what did you roll for the backyard?
I just casually rolled like a 17.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so yeah, you are spraying stuff.
By the way, it's like kind of my advanced move too. Just
So you tell me what happened. I was going to suggest that you actually took some of the viscera and like dragged it with the hose into the garden, which in a couple of weeks is going to make everything in there look fantastic.
oh hell yeah. Is Casey able to then maybe help with the front? Like moving people? Because then she's just trying to make everything look normal.
A police car is coming around and is going to see you any second, and Mark is kind of standing there at the door holding a probably 42-year-old woman in his hands, fumbling with the door. He's not going to make it.
Am I able to help him or no?
Why don't you, for fun, roll help out, but add 1 to it on top of whatever else you would have added?
Oh my god, I just pictured
Just
Mark.
a 42-year-old woman?
Yeah.
Oh, I just pictured Mark's doing something really stupid.
11.
Mark, Casey opens the door for you and shoves you inside
Thank you.
and slams it shut, and the cops pull up.
Am I outside?
Yes, you are.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, I think Kira would be like, Donovan, put your fucking wings away. Go and sit down.
Theo is like, witch, you're a fucking warlock.
Oh, Jesus.
By the time the cop car pulls up, Nick has taken a collection of glasses from Kira's kitchen, brought them over to the window, and just has like started polishing the window, and then the glasses like are getting eaten away, and the window is reforming as he rebuilds it.
Okay.
I want to, as Theo, either use my third eye or something to check out Nick's like aura and see what the fuck is going on there.
He's it's quick and dirty. and temporary. It's different from your kind. But yeah, he's using magic. You're not wrong about him.
I'm wondering, is there anything if I use my third eye?
Do you want to roll read a bad situation and get some questions? All right, do it. Don't miss.
That's gonna be a 9.
Okay.
Wait, I lied.
Why would you lie?
So with an 8, how many questions do I get?
2.
Can I ask, where is Nick getting his magic from?
Yes. What's your second question?
Johnny. Because I'm assuming that like Theo and her family, like it's innate, it's from their bloodline and stuff. So I'm curious, like, how and where Nick is getting his from.
From his father.
So, tell me if Theo wouldn't be able to tell. But is there any dangers of this magic Nick is using that he has not seen or noticed?
I think all I'm going to be able to tell you is yes.
Do I see any invisible things around Nick?
Around Nick? I think you can see like through the wall and then, nope, no, they're all in here. Wherever you stashed them in here, those people, all the ogres are looking at you. And then, yeah, you can see like, it's like a thread unwinding from the glasses on the ground into the glass of the window.
I think that
He's just stitching it together with his will and his hands.
Theo's like standing behind him, arms crossed, and like waiting for an explanation.
I'm inclined to agree. I think when he's done, he like goes to like get rid of either a spot or a hole in the glass. And he reaches down and picks up the fragments of the glasses that remain, and then walks right past you, looking down into your face, and goes, "I don't have to explain shit to you." And then goes back to the kitchen and just puts them in the sink. And the police car whoops once as it pulls up. Out of the front seat will walk a wraparound sunglasses, stout, sturdy-looking dude, bald by choice, bulletproof vest and t-shirt. Kind of hooks his arms and doesn't say anything and just looks at you menacingly. And out of the driver's seat will walk Officer Thomas.
Well, Casey's outside.
Okay.
And I can't like run inside.
Yeah.
Okay. Afternoon.
I do think Kira would like go be at the door.
Mark is going to stay hidden for a little bit.
I know you. No, wait. No, he doesn't. Damn it. No one knows you.
I do want to say though, before the scene goes away, I think Theo when Nick like talks to like down to her, she's like, "Oh, like hell," and she like marches after him. Yeah. What did the cops say?
Can Kira come outside?
Sure.
Yeah.
One of you, the homeowner?
Yeah, it's me. Officer Thomas, nice to see you again.
We got to stop meeting like this.
Yeah.
The other one just is standing there with his, no, not arms crossed. I think he said he's got his thumbs hooked into his bulletproof vest trying to look like Bane or some shit.
I think Casey's like maybe next to Kira and doing almost the same, except like her hands are like, no, she usually wears a blazer, so it's in like her blazer pockets.
Yeah.
Playing muscle.
Yeah, and I think that Casey would have left her shotgun in the backyard but still has her like Glock, but like hidden in a like arm holster underneath the blazer.
Tracks. He's gonna be like, we got a 911 call about gunshots. You hear anything like that around here?
Yeah, I think we heard something a little bit ago, but seems to have calmed down now.
Well, if you don't mind, whereabouts?
That way?
Roll manipulate someone.
10. I don't know. There's a bunch of us just hanging out a little bit ago, so we didn't really catch where it was coming from, but it sounded like it was far off that way.
I think the guy in the sunglasses is going to be like, we got a couple of calls that it was close up this way.
You know what, Kira? Maybe it was those rowdy rough boys.
Oh, those little fuckers, yeah.
Casey, roll manipulate someone.
That's going to be an 8.
You saw the Rowdy Rough Boys?
Yeah, we've seen them a couple times passing through.
How do you know it was them?
Have you seen their cars?
Their car is ostentatious as fuck.
Ostentatious how?
It's like multicolored. It's like red and green and blue, I think.
Well, they have multiple cars and they're different colors, and they match.
Really bright, vibrant colors.
Kind of like that kids cartoon, but like guys.
I don't watch kitty shit. but I hate the fucking rowdy rough boys.
Join the club.
All right, and you say they were off northeast?
Yep.
Must have been some sort of drive-by situation.
Appreciate it. We'll get another couple of cars around here and comb the place. Keep that door locked and that window shut.
Absolutely. Have a good day.
They'll get in their car and they'll drive away. And then in 1, 2, 3, the panes of the window will just crack and shatter apart again.
I think from inside, like Theo goes, "You're a horrible warlock."
I am working with what I have. You could have done better.
Probably. I actually use magic instead of stealing it from somewhere else.
I think Kira is like hearing this and she's just like, oh my God. And she storms back inside.
Don't you dare talk to me about the source of magic.
Well, if my understanding is correct, you never used magic, so where did you get it?
As it happens, your understanding is incorrect because you don't know shit about me.
I mean, clearly, since I didn't know that you used magic.
Why are we even talking right now?
Because you can constantly use this slang, "Oh, you stupid witch." Like you're against magic, and yet now you're using it.
Not against magic, just against your kind.
Yeah, and what is my kind? How is it any different than what you're doing?
Because I'm doing it to help people, and you guys are a bunch of thugs. You can dress it up however you want with your Casa Nostra bullshit, but I know what you are.
You don't know anything about me.
I know something about the Maggio, and I know that's you.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, Kira. He's still staring daggers at Theo.
Why don't you guys cool it? In case you didn't notice, there's a bunch of bodies in my fucking house.
Case at hand, eh, witch? Let's handle it. Truce?
Never. I think Theo's gonna walk away from Nick. I don't know if Nick would notice, but I think Theo, like, her eyes are starting to, like, tear up when he was, like, yelling at her about the Maggio and stuff.
As you walk away, Nick is gonna, like, gesture towards you and look at Kira like, what? I tried.
To be what? Don't.
I think Casey might speak up and be like, kind of look like a bully, Nick. I mean, I get it, but she's just a kid.
I think you should know better than anybody else that you can't just lump people into a group. I'm different. Tommy's different. So is she.
I think Mark's gonna go over to Theo and just like kind of like console with her a little bit. Like
Theo's gonna shrug you off and be like, "I'm fine."
I think the last word that Nick will say on it about it, she might be just a kid, but kids grow up.
They don't need to grow up like you, Nick.
Surely you didn't.
Ooh, you zing, it's Nick Sparks. All right, he's not going to say any more on the subject. What are you guys doing?
Mark, can you connect with one of these people? See who the fuck is running this guy?
Would love to. I just like glare into their eyes or one of the people's eyes and ask
What are Emily and Dorian and Jamie doing?
Fuck, they're still here.
I think they'll be like, consider us in your debt.
Yeah, that'd be really a good thing to talk about in our negotiations if we're going to be exchanging prisoners.
Kira, I think, can Casey pull Kira aside or like lean over to her? Do you want to cash in that favor and find out who they have? It's just a thought.
I think I want to ask something else.
Okay. I'll be outside. Casey's go to the backyard.
I could use some information. You might be able to help me get some.
She'll narrow her eyes. I was thinking more of a personal favor. Information's a bit of a professional request.
What would you owe me?
You got us out of a scrape. Find yourself in one. We could see to it. See your way out of it.
I think currently all of my stuff that was monitoring me and the camera in my head is still on a loop. Well, I'm in a little bit of the middle of a situation right now. And what I could really use is information to know exactly where the threats are coming from. What do you know about the drum?
Bit.
Anything good?
I think the price might be a bit steep for what you've bargained with currently.
You want Dr. Michael I can give him to you.
What are you suggesting?
You give me this information, and the reporter will give you this agent of yours.
Would it be helpful to, would it sweeten the deal if we gave them information Possibly on another eyes agent.
Such as who? You mean on ears agent or eyes agent?
Eyes agent.
Someone who maybe went off the grid unexpectedly in a certain park?
Like, I feel like Casey went out to the backyard, grabbed her shotgun, maybe came back in at the end of this conversation.
And the last thing you would have heard would be Emily saying, that wasn't the deal.
Well, deals are usually negotiated, aren't they? So let's negotiate.
Prisoner for prisoner, information for information. What have you got on offer?
Would it help if we had knowledge of 2 eyes agents?
Multiple prisoners.
No, just 1 prisoner.
So you're going to give us information on an active eyes agent?
I think Casey's gonna...
Sorry, who are you again?
Just the backup.
I don't like her either.
I think Casey's gonna look to Kira.
One of your agents has gone missing, right? We might know what happened to them. Could give you information on where he is so that his family can put him to rest.
I see. Roll manipulate someone.
Can I help out?
Yep.
10.
I rolled a 9, so 10.
Right. It's a deal. Information now. Prisoner exchange within the week.
I think Kira will shake on it. We'll tell her where the eyes agent can be found.
I think Dorian will take a lurching step forward, but Emily will just hold up a hand. Thank you for your honesty. As for the drum...
Casey, I hope, is paying very close attention to see if they tell a single lie.
Ooh. Interesting wrinkle. Plus sharp on their behalf to see how many facts I'm going to give you.
That is a 12.
To be clear, did you give them the location of or the agent?
The agent, where you killed him and where his body can be found so that he can be brought back to his family.
Am I able to put 2 and 2 together? Was it Dorian on the other side of that stenographer's notebook? Based on how he reacted?
How intuitive is Casey?
I mean, I think she is. I mean, I think she's been trained to read people. I mean, my cool and sharp are like 3 maxed out, and they're all my advanced moves.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to see, like does maybe his face is a little more contorted than its usual, like, I hate everything face.
Yeah. Some of the control slipped, maybe.
And I think also that Casey would recognize that, like, since she has struggled with that.
So I think this, let's see. I have to give you a third thing then, because the first thing you know.
I mean, you could just give us it all.
Maybe she doesn't know it all.
Yeah.
True. Should she know any of the identities?
She'll give you one. So they're brutally efficient and zealously devoted to the destruction of paranatural phenomena. They're done studying. They've been active for at least 15 years, beginning with something that they called Operation Tourniquet. And we have the names of some of them. The only one I'm prepared to offer you for what you've given me is an agent named Lisa Byron.
How do we get the rest of those names?
You don't. Find them yourself.
Do you not care?
What do you mean?
Do you not care that innocent people, whether they're supernatural or not, are getting killed?
What do you think I'd do for a job?
I mean, you seem a lot like ears.
I'll try to take that as a compliment. We're done here. We'll be in touch about the prisoner exchange.
Yeah. So she had said Operation Tourniquet was something that they were trying to...
That's where it started.
That's where it started.
Yeah.
Does Lisa Barron mean anything to me?
Byron.
Why don't you roll plus sharp?
10.
There is records of an Agent Lisa Byron, but then she stopped being Agent Lisa Byron and got promoted to be a producer. But after that, you don't know much more.
Kind of two questions. Does Jesse and I have separate producers?
Yes.
Is she Jesse's producer?
You would not have been told that. On the way out, I think Emily will go, Dorian will go, and then Jamie will turn and be like, "You'll want to see to that window." And then he'll head out.
Casey's gonna turn to Kira. Need anything else, or someone to go clean up? Need a shower.
I think we need to figure out what the fuck is going on with these spirits, but Mark can probably help with that. So
Yeah, I'm not help with you there.
you're still helping me in lots of other ways.
Casey's gonna go down to her basement.
Hey, no, she's gonna put her hand on your shoulder.
Yeah.
You okay?
Yeah. I'm tired.
Yeah, it takes a lot out of you, but it's gonna be okay. All right.
Mark has been interrogating this individual.
I'm gonna shower and then I'll go find some like wood planks maybe in the back and board up that window.
Hey there, listeners. It's me, Jonny, the Keeper, from before, from the game. I'm popping in here for precisely two reasons. Firstly, to tell you that you can get in touch with us. We're at Monsters Playbook on Facebook and Instagram, at Monster Playbook on Twitter for Twitter reasons, and you can email us at monstersplaybook@gmail.com for email reasons. And secondly, to tell you about another great podcast in the Monster of the Week world, Shrimp and Crits. They're kind of a southern fried take on the urban fantasy genre. In the balmy swamps of the Florida Panhandle, a greenhorn deputy, a mysterious agent, and a local businessman uncover the nightmares that lurk in their once peaceful beach town. Check them out.
Hey, sorry to interrupt your favorite podcast, but I'm here to tell you about Shrimp and Crits, an actual play podcast with a southern twist. My name is Ian, and I am the keeper for this show as we play Monster of the Week by Michael Sands. If you like the sound of swampy monster mayhem, gators gone shopping, and magical fairy mischief, you will be right at home in the remote panhandle town of Gullah, Florida, where spooky danger has begun to wash ashore. Shrimp and Crits is the story of Sarah Payne the Mundane.
All I'm asking for is answers. That's all I'm looking for is the truth.
Ari Green the Searcher.
You know the proclamations of the Fae. I suggest you follow them from now on.
And Ray Ray, the most mundane monstrous you will ever meet.
Mr. Zeus, I'm a big fan. I knew you were real. And Ray Ray's just like bowing in front of this swan.
As they fumble their way through protecting their skeptical town from mysterious evils. We release new episodes every other Monday on the podcatcher of your choice. Hope to see you soon in sunny Gullah.
Listen to Shrimp and Crits wherever you get your podcasts. Follow them on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Shrimp and Crits. And they do almost all of their own music. How cool is that? So pause right now and give them a follow. Did you do it? Okay, cool. Now back to our show. What was Mark doing?
He wanted to try to, I think, like tune into one of these spirits.
Aha.
Why are you here?
Why don't you roll tune in?
Would Theo be able to understand what Mark is doing?
Likely.
I think that Theo, as Mark is focusing, she's gonna like squeeze his like arm
Aww.
and warn him, hey, don't offer it your body.
Planning on it.
Wait, planning on it or not planning on it?
I wasn't planning on it.
Okay.
If you want my body.
And you are a monster.
8 on that roll.
All right, hold one question.
Why are you here?
I was invited.
My next question would be by whom? But
You don't have a next question.
Wait, did you just have one hold?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I No, I can't.
Can-
Never mind.
Can Theo try?
How will Theo try?
Is Marcus talking to one of those ogre things, right?
Mark is reaching out with his mind to the monster itself.
Oh, okay. I think Theo would like to open up her third eye and talk to one of these ogre shapes.
Okay.
I don't like that. I don't like how you repositioned.
I feel like we're communicating with Naga here or something like that, like like serpents.
Can I open up my third eye and talk to it?
Sure.
I was gonna say, can her third eye see something different than what I see?
Yes. So you have a kind of sight that can see like spirits and can sort of look through the barrier between worlds. She has something that is, I think, more properly akin to like what the Harry Dresden's the sight, which is like kind of seeing. Yeah, you can kind of see things that are seeping through. She can see like behind things, I guess. It's a small distinction, but I have it being that Mark, you can see ghosts. Theo, you can see magic.
The way that I've kind of seen it in the Dresden Files is like I can see what things are actually like.
Yeah.
Sure.
The true self.
The structure of those things that I see.
So yeah, Mark, you can see the outline of this thing and you can see that it's there. Theo, you can see what it is. So I think if you're trying to read a bad situation, you can open your third eye and look to read a bad situation. If you are trying to converse with this thing, I will just have you like focus for a moment, open your third eye, and then be able to see it and talk to it. And then any rolls that will happen in this conversation will happen in this conversation.
Okay. I'm going to do the latter. So I'm going to try and reach out and talk to them.
Okay. I'm going to also imagine you having tied one of these things to a chair in the basement and be talking to it there.
I rolled a 10.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, that's probably true. I should have made you do that because you could fuck up and have something bad happen. So you managed to like maintain yourself and sanity. And then this thing is sitting there in front of you, just kind of looking placid, I think, as much insofar as its face, which seems structured to fury, can seem relaxed.
What are your intentions on this plane?
Do you feel as small as you are? Bound and imprisoned as you are within your flesh and senses?
Why are you here?
Just 2 ears. How silent it must feel for you.
Answer the question.
We are here to thrive. To grow and expand and complete our immigration.
Who's we? Other ogres?
We are Hestor. Across the veil, we are a prince. Here we will be emperor.
Well, that ain't good.
Who's your king there?
And only the 3 eyes. How little you can see. We recognize no king, for he is false, a usurper.
I'm wondering about something, because after that conversation that Theo had with Nick, I think that Theo's magic is not unstable, but like...
Theo certainly is.
Theo maybe is. I guess he did answer it, but I like this idea that maybe Theo tries to use or push this... I don't know, to try and like urge him to more plainly answer by maybe trying to push magic at him, but it may be accidentally coming through as like this new electricity magic.
Okay.
Who brought you here?
Why would we hear such a small voice?
You couldn't have gotten here on your own.
And we haven't.
So how did you?
A bargain was struck.
With who?
Well, that would be telling.
And telling you must. I think Theo's gonna try and push this little spark of something that she noticed in her.
Small hands, but sharply clawed.
Who did you make a bargain with?
Ask again, I still can't hear you.
I want Theo to reach out to this person we have tied to this chair, grab them by the neck, and just electrify them. Not like permanently, but like electric chair kind of.
Here's exactly what I want to happen, and tell me if you don't want this to happen. I would like to narrate this as follows. So you are shoving a little bit of magic to kind of try to hurt him but not harm him. It isn't effective, so you do more, and he's really, what I was attempting to do was really fucking push your buttons. And you are getting annoyed and frustrated and angry because these things are hurting people and you need to stop them, and you are so pissed off about all of the things that are going on with magic, and so it is getting a little bit out of control, and so you finally, you start shooting sparks out of you, shooting bolts of lightning that are just shocking him, and he starts bleeding and he's laughing, and you grab him by the neck, and then he's just lit up. And then that really does seem to hurt and work, and he screams a name, and then you are pulled off by Nick Sparks.
Is my connection to this ogre still there? Or did Nick just break it?
I think Nick broke it.
I like to think that Theo doesn't often swear, and I think that when Nick breaks it, Theo's turns to him and just, what the hell, and electrifies shit.
And I think he makes a circle with his hands and dissipates it into the air.
I like to think that Theo's standing there with electricity on her hands, dripping, kind of like molten lava, but electricity.
I can see that, and I think Nick is just standing there with a hand up and being like, whoa, 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 whoa.
You broke my connection with him.
You were getting the fury.
What are you doing?
Mark puts his hand on Theo's shoulder. Just be like, it's all right.
No, we were getting answers. We were getting somewhere.
You were killing him.
I grab her and turn her to me and just say, it's okay.
No, it's not. And Theo's gonna step away.
What was the name that he shouted?
Carl Rashkey.
We got a name. We're making progress.
Yeah, but we could have had more progress if I could have asked him more questions.
And the guy could have been dead.
You could have had more bodies, too. It's okay. Look.
I don't know now if I can reconnect with him. Because you broke it.
Yeah, we have what we need.
Maybe that's for the best. You saw what happened when this thing connects with people.
That wasn't gonna happen.
Oh? Because you're so in control of magic?
Yeah, because I am. Don't push me, Sparks.
Why, are you gonna blow me up too?
I mean, it's not like you don't leave devastation in your path.
That's the difference between you and me, I guess. I'm just one man.
I'm not them.
Then act like it. And then he's gonna leave the room and go upstairs.
I think Theo's gonna turn away from him and just be like, I can reconnect. I'll try it again. I'll see if I can get more answers.
Theo.
If there's more coming. He said that there's more coming. We need to find out who's coming, where are they coming, how are they getting here, how do we stop Carl? What?
Here, puts a hand on your shoulder. It's over.
It's not over. There's more coming.
There's always more coming.
But
we're gonna stop it. But that, and I point back to the fucking charred ass guy back there, is a person. You know this.
I think that Theo's gonna say, I didn't do that. And I think she's gonna start backing away.
Yeah, Kira's gonna say, you're right. That's not you. Now let's go help some people.
Yeah. Yeah. Here. And I think he's gonna push the necklace that she had made for Casey into Kira's hand.
Mm-hmm.
I think Theo's gonna look at the body that's past Kira, and then at Kira, but quickly away, and I need some air. Sorry. And she's gonna walk upstairs and go outside.
She'll be fine.
Yeah, she will be, but shouldn't have got that far. That's on us.
She's doing it for the right reasons, but she didn't see how far she was going. I've been there.
Yeah. Kira's gonna go find Casey.
Casey's in the shower?
How long of a shower are you taking?
Is she singing like songs?
No.
No. Robert Ducky. No,
no.
definitely not singing.
Like, if Kira comes to find Casey, I think that Casey just got out of the shower.
Okay.
Her hair up in a towel.
Hey, this was for you. It's not really very stylish, but it should help you.
With what?
Getting, like possessed.
Oh, well, I ate that paper. Like,
I think that was more of like a temporary thing. This should be a little bit more permanent, right? That was kind of my understanding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you gone to the bathroom yet?
Wait, so I have to wear this around?
Yes. I mean, maybe just like, wear like a turtleneck. I don't know.
A turtleneck? Do you really see me wearing a turtleneck?
I mean, at least for right now, when we're dealing with this shit, it'll keep you safe. It'll make me feel better.
Okay, fine. Here.
Okay. One other thing. The camera in my head, I think I told you about that when we were probably on the drive back to my house. Apparently Jesse can help me get rid of it. I want to give him a call, see if he can help, but only if you're okay with that.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, yeah, if he can help you.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna go do that. I will. Do you want to see him?
Jesse?
Yeah.
Not really. If you're gonna have him over, I'll take a walk. Because I'm assuming he can't just do it remotely.
No, I don't think so.
But he is in Usika, by the way. So.
All right. Well, I'll let you know if he's coming.
Okay. I'm gonna get dressed.
Yeah.
Getting here, just a towel.
And then I guess Kira's gonna call Jessie with her not bugged phone.
He'll pick up.
Davis.
Hey, Kira.
I know.
Can you meet me later today?
No. Kind of on an assignment right now, unless you can get where I am. Can it wait?
Not very long.
Roll manipulate someone.
9.
Tell me what you need.
I need your help. I think somebody's following me.
Who?
I don't want to say it in case they're listening.
I'm concerned.
Same.
All right. Let me finish up what I'm doing here. Let me get to a stopping point. I can be down there in 4 hours.
Okay. I guess question for you guys. Where do we want to go next? Because I don't know if I'd want to do this at my house with all these bodies that are currently sleeping.
It's Jesse. It'll be fine. Where else would you do it?
Well, maybe Dawnbreak.
Question. I mean, do you trust Jesse to do it there?
We could do it somewhere near there.
Okay,
or somewhere near maybe the Invisible Family.
I mean, I guess the question would be like, what would he need? Well, I guess you haven't told him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Dawnbreak is fine. I mean, it's your allies. Like, that's probably the best place that isn't your
place.
home.
Yeah. Okay, so Dawnbreak first?
Dawnbreak.
Wait.
Or Invisible Family?
Well, it's going to take him 4 hours. I mean, I guess Yeah. Let's take 4 hours and then meet at dawnbreak. Let's take a fucking nap. Eat some food.
Well, because we gotta go. Because if we go to dawnbreak, there's a couple people we can talk to there. We can do maybe some research, figure out what the deal is with Carl from dawnbreak.
Okay.
And do that. Meet up with Jesse, and then I don't know.
Okay. That sounds good.
Okay. I will tell Jesse to meet us at dawnbreak.
I call shotgun.
At the dress barn there.
Can we drop off these dead bodies somewhere on our way?
Yes.
Side of the road.
I know a good place.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
You ask Siri.
Oh, I know a place.
Where?
It's just, at a small little park.
Where we told the eyes agents they could find the other body.
Yeah, and we would be there an hour after them or something.
I don't know. We can find some other place to.
Right, we'll just go to the gas station several blocks down and just dump them in the dumpster then.
Oh my god, no.
Fine, we can go to a forest and then we'll burn them.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, as much as I want to bury these guys, I don't know if we have the time or the.
You guys are inching so close to just being straight up criminals.
Yeah.
I mean,
if we just burn the bodies.
I'll let you finish your phone call with Jesse.
I'll see you in a little bit then.
Well, large bit.
4 hours. I will be timing you.
No, you can. I keep promises.
Okay, cool. So that happens. Honestly, maybe I could just cash in a favor with Donovan to get rid of the bodies. Would that be okay with you guys?
Yeah.
That might save us some time.
If it's okay with Donovan.
I'll ask. Hey, Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask you to do something really not
Morbid?
fun?
Anything.
We need to get rid of these bodies, the dead ones.
There are a few spell components I could likely harvest from them.
What?
Freshly dead.
What?
Freshly deceased. The liver, the gallbladder, the heart, obviously.
What kind of spells do they do?
Any number.
I don't know if I like that. Can we just get rid of them?
Roll manipulate someone.
Oh.
Would you rather eat a human heart or paper, Kira?
11.
Seems like a wasted opportunity, but if this is your way,
It is.
I'll find a place for them.
Thank you. Okay. And then I think I want to find...
Could have gotten some cash for him at least from the Clockwork Child. Then you want to find who?
Theo.
She's out front. Nick's out back.
What's Theo doing? Is she sitting down somewhere? On a bench or something?
What does the front of Kira's house looks like?
It is an old Victorian home, probably boned turn of the century. It is got red brick, and then the wood on the roof and stuff like that is dark, kind of black color. It's got a front porch that wraps around, not the entire way, but kind of just like an L. It's got a little balcony on the second floor. There's probably a bench, I would think, on the porch itself.
I think that Theo would be sitting on the front steps.
Okay. Yeah, I think Kira comes down and just sits next to you. And I think she just kind of does one of those, puts arms around you and kind of, brings you in for, a sideways hug, if you'll allow it.
I think that Theo might, wince. Afraid that you're gonna, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the touch or whatever. But then I think she'll very slowly relax and kind of put her head on your shoulder. I'm sorry.
Don't have to apologize to me.
I was trying to help. I thought I was helping.
Yep. Do you remember what I told you? It's good to have people to check you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be okay. We're gonna go and do some research and figure out how to stop this guy, Carl. We're gonna go to Dawnbreak, which I know you were there earlier.
Yeah, it would have been a little helpful if I got a heads up that Mark's mom was there, but it's fine. She seems lovely.
Yeah, so what's going on with you and Mark? think she kind of like nudges you a little.
I don't know.
Good way to throw her off real good. Sentimental moment turned into, oh my god.
Who? I'm Theo, what are you asking?
I mean, there's not much to say at this point.
Not yet.
Maybe.
Kira's so excited to be a big sis.
She is. Well, I for one am interested to see how this all develops.
Theo turns bright red.
Yeah, but enough about you two. Let's go to Dawnbreak.
Okay, I just need a minute still. Thanks for coming out, but
yeah,
not ready to go in yet.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, and then Kira will kind of stand up and gather everybody else, I think, from inside to be like, hey.
Real quick, you are going to... Theo, you're going to hear a voice in your head be like, Pourquoi as-tu menti? I mean, why'd you lie?
Lie about what?
You like my man, right? Hey, he'll clap you on the shoulder. I think it's cool. You gotta go for it, girl. There's only so many waking hours in a day, and when you spend as many of them as I do, floating in the clouds, got your feet on the ground, might as well have your arm around a dude.
It's a little more complicated.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
I mean, you've seen a little bit of my family. Hitching a ride with me.
You like dating your family already?
I think that Theo's going to actually like mentally
slam it.
Yeah, kind of like push stalkers away.
Whoa.
Yeah, I think that she's actually gonna sit on like the doorstep and just like meditate and practice a lot of the kind of calming and focusing techniques that her sister had taught her. But I think that Theo takes out a little stone and is like holding it and kind of fidgeting with it to distract herself.
In the meantime, Mark, you feel an odd fluttering. Like...
Am I in the car right now on the way to Dawnbreak?
No one's in the car. Everyone's just in the house kind of trying to figure out where to go next. You get this weird, like, sort of fluttery glitch moment where, like, remember when you had the mask on and you weren't Mark? It's like someone just flipped a switch really quick back and forth between that and this you. Like,
had an out of body experience for a fraction of a second.
Yeah, like, but almost like a I don't know, like a pull or a slip into the other side. Like for a second, the floor you were standing on was just made out of rubber, and you just could have like fallen through it.
Whoa. I think Mark kind of rubs his eyes a little bit, and he's like, what the hell was that?
The hell was what? Nick says.
It was almost like an out-of-body experience, and it was really weird. I just, like, all of a sudden the floor just felt like rubber, and I was going to, like, fall through it. But then I was back. I don't know. It reminded me of the whole mask thing.
Have you guys filled in Nick and Tommy on that, Be the Dubs?
Yeah, we explained all of that when we were catching them up on Rex and everything.
And they know, like, what Mark's deal is?
Oh, that he's from there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think they know that.
That would be up to Mark, I think.
Kira wouldn't have said anything.
Do you think it was like that thing trying to get you?
I didn't see anything. It just felt like this flicker in reality. I'm not going to reveal the fact that I'm from there because I don't want them to start making assumptions about what I am or whatever.
Okay.
But I leave that up to the team if they want to tell that to them. Do you know anything about it? What that could be?
An out-of-body experience?
Kind of. the situation I just explained, kind of just like flickering reality or something like that. Like anything?
I mean, this time last year I would have told you it was one of those hallway doors, but I don't know. Unless you're on the verge of death or if something's trying to push you out of your body. I don't know what could do that. Try to desync you from this realm? Or like weakening barriers or something?
Oh, shit. Hold on a minute. I go outside. I just kind of sit down for a second and contact the other Mark.
Okay.
And I'm going to reach out and say, did anything weird just happen to you?
I did see a guy with a stupid bowler hat, and then 2 minutes later I saw another guy with the exact same hat.
Wait.
Right? It's 2020.
Wait, the same hat?
Never mind.
Never gonna get used to that.
Every time I do that, I just picture him getting crazier and crazier. Like he's losing it. Before I close my conversation, do you have any spells that would ground somebody?
Well, apparently our mom might. You want me to ask?
I think that would be helpful.
Ground how? What do you mean, Mark?
Tethering me to
Tether you to this plane.
This reality, this plane. Because I have a feeling since I crossed over, there's probably some weird disconnect there now that I might slip in or out of this reality.
Okay, I'll ask Mom.
That's right. He knows about the mask thing. He just doesn't know that I'm from there. All right, we're good. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah.
The guy that Theo had electrocuted, still alive. Can I heal him a little bit?
Sure.
Yeah, so I rolled an 8.
Okay, 1-1.
How bad is he?
I think his breathing is erratic.
Is he stable or unstable?
Likely stable, I think. If only just.
Yeah, I'll take 2. Heal him up 2.
I don't know if it helps, but like my lightning is +1 harm and messy.
Well, I think what I would like for that to mean is that there are burn marks all over the floor and ceiling and walls. It would have been quite a sight.
Yeah, and so I don't know if that if the guy's skin visibly gets better or what happens, but
I think he kind of is sleeping fitfully and like breathing crazily and like feverish, and then has a couple of like I think up and back. His hairs had been singed off, and then there's probably some other burns all over his body, but those kind of close up, and some of them just heal right up, some of them scar over, and then like a thin layer of hair starts to grow over his scalp. It is white.
Can there be a burn mark on his neck? Because didn't Theo grab him by the neck?
I think they're not a burn mark anymore. No, yeah. I think the bruising would have gone away, but there will be like the outline of a hand and then a white streak.
Yep.
So I think Casey, after Kira gives her the necklace and all that shit, gets dressed. I think she would. Does Kira have like planks of wood in her shed or something?
Yeah. She likes to do DIY projects all the time.
Casey's gonna go and find some like wood and I guess like on the outside, nail it up in front of the window that got broken, and then gonna reheat and warm up some of the soup that Casey's made over the past weeks for people, like just getting out one of the soup pots and like dumping in some of the frozen ones and heating
just turned into 7 days to die.
Casey doesn't have anything to do necessarily, and like those kind of a rough battle and things seem tense. So I think Casey's gonna kind of like quietly like hand people some bowls of soup. Yeah, I think she'll like set a bowl of soup on the top step like for Theo, not say anything, go back inside, hand a bowl of soup to Tommy.
Little soup fairy.
Donovan, do you want some soup? It doesn't have nuts in it.
Thank you for clarifying, Miss Davis.
Do you want some soup?
He won't say yes, but he will take it.
And I think Casey's gonna give Mark a bowl of soup. You doing okay? Thanks for your help in the back, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. I think Mark is just a little like off right now.
Take a minute. Sounds like we're going to be leaving in a bit, but you got some time to relax. And I think Casey's going to bring Nick a bowl of soup.
Do you eat soup aside from alcohol?
He'll take a big spoonful and be like, "Did you make this?
Yeah.
It's delicious."
Yep. Let me guess. You guys also didn't learn how to cook.
Tommy will go, "Oh, we can cook. Not like this, but we can cook."
Tommy's a good cook.
I mean, it's been frozen for a while, but they usually keep for about a year, maybe a year and a half if you're lucky.
Thanks for the tip.
Casey's going to walk away.
Huh?
I don't know what. I don't.
So dawnbreak.
Yeah. Are we taking 2 separate cars? Because Casey has a van full of, well...
Donovan's going to get rid of them.
I think I might, on the way over, do a search online to see what I can dig up about Carl Rathke in terms of, like, if he's got any connections. Because it kind of seems like he just sort of came out of nowhere.
See if, like, he's been seen at any, like, public outings with any figures of notoriety, that kind of thing.
Right.
Name pops up in the news.
Like in the out and about section of the city pages or something? Minneapolis St. Paul magazine?
Yeah, I would think we'd probably take 2 cars. I'm sure Nick and Tommy will probably take theirs. And then we could take Casey's van, maybe. You want to do that?
Or we do about the bodies. Do I just...
Donovan is taking care of them.
Okay, but they're my van, so should I take them out of...
Like... Take them out.
Take them out of the van. Donovan will deal with it.
Okay.
Donovan will deal with it and not use them for spell components.
What if I just sell them as spell components?
No!
Fine.
I think Theo's going to be like, actually, like, know somebody who, like, could... Okay, never mind.
Actually, I do want to say, the person you know, Theo would know the owner and proprietor of the Clockwork Child, which is a kind of supernatural electric fetus. And their name is Ramsey Lincoln or Lincoln Ramsey, depending on how they're presenting that day.
Did my motorcycle ever get fixed?
Yeah, it did.
No, because I'm trying to remember back, because the guy was being an asshole, and we, like, fucked with his vehicle, and then he drove off.
I think by the end of this mystery, it'll be repaired.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, Casey will take her van. I think that Casey and Theo are going to load up Theo's moped into Casey's van.
Okay.
And Theo's going to ride with Casey.
Okay, so Theo's riding with Casey. Mark, who are you riding with Casey?
Yeah, I'm riding with Casey.
I'll ride with the Sparks brothers. Did you want me to ride with you guys?
No, I was thinking that Kira was going to take her car and Mark could ride with you. I think
that can happen. I don't know if we need that many vehicles.
Yeah, I think just because, like, Theo's being a little awkward. It's fine. I think Theo's going to try and sit as far away from Mark as possible.
Okay. Now I kind of want Kira to be there, be like, so,
oh my God, no.
How is it going, guys?
I don't think that I could fit a moped and...
Yeah, no, I'll go with the Sparks brothers. I think there should be enough room for the 3 of you, though. Yeah, and then I guess while we're driving over to Dawnbreak, I do think I want Kira to, look and see in the out and about section, see if there's any newsworthy appearances, maybe that he's had, any connections with any people of interest, that kind of thing.
Why don't you roll Investigate a Mystery?
Do you want me to roll actor under pressure?
I do.
That's a 9 for Investigate a Mystery.
I'll give you 2 people he's been seen with. One is definitely Nathaniel Rose. He performed at a fundraiser. And then he's in a cluster of people at a warehouse show way up north, featuring and put together by Homeless Max. And he does have a new single. I'm not a man who needs a recipe to follow. I'm not the kind who wants someone to take the lead. For every problem I know there's always a way around it. You take one look and know that I'm willing to bleed. This ain't a world that's built for you to wait around in. When you want something, just grab it with your hand. I didn't get what I got cause somebody gave it to me. If you want a rock star, baby, I'm your man. Been a long night, caught up in a knife fight, tracking down the bad guy who rumbled in the summer with friends. But it's alright, sneaking up from behind, taking my time, cause the ingredient I need is revenge. Gonna have a bad time, got him in the right side, took a man's life, but ooh, the next part is the best. cut to the hand and a fire to the candle, and the power's gonna come your way. I tell you, boy, I know what I'm doing. Canonically, his songs are bad.
Okay, so that was like something about like some revenge and killed somebody. Okay, interesting.
Clues.
Things to maybe pay attention to. Any buzz around that song specifically? Like any like what do the lyrics mean type articles?
Lots of Reddit posts.
What are they saying?
You want to roll Investigate a Mystery again?
8.
You can ask basically one question about what one of those things means.
In the song?
Yep.
Fuck, I don't know. I'm trying to remember any of the lyrics. I guess the part about like revenge. Anybody that maybe there's theory crafting about like who he's trying to get revenge on.
No theories on who he's trying to get revenge on, but there are some theories about who he's trying to get revenge for, which was that he had a very a close friend and collaborator who died of a very sudden heart attack the previous summer, but details are scarce, and the going theory is that it wasn't natural causes. The going theory from there is that the entire song is a sort of cathartic imaginary...
Getting imagination, revenge for death type thing.
Like Eminem-style fantasy. The friend and collaborator went by Click Track.
Do we get 2 down break?
I rolled an 11.
To get there? Yep. Yeah, you get there just fine.
Yeah, then I guess let's head in and first of all make sure Mark's mom is still fucking there.
Yep. I was gonna say I'm gonna look for my mom.
Yeah, I think she's like, they have a sword that has flames in it, and she's teaching them how to like amplify it, and they're like, whoa, cool, yeah. She's doing great. She's real popular here.
She's real popular here. Okay, cool. Okay. I think I would want to head to, because this is my haven, I want to go check out the library that they have here. Which would be better, mystical or lore library?
Well, what are you looking for?
I think right now I want to research specifically on ogres. So maybe the lore library, because that's more about like investigating stuff. And then the mystical library is more about using actual magic.
Well, let me see. What do they say?
So yeah, lore library, when you hit the books, take +1 forward to investigate the mystery as long as historical or reference works are appropriate. Mystical library, if you lose your library's occult tomes and grimoires, pairing with your tomes and grimoires, take +1 forward for use magic. So I guess whatever you think would be more applicable.
To look for information, it would be the lore library.
Yeah, I want to see what they know about ogres, see what I can find.
Roll Investigate a Mystery.
That is a 12. Advanced move.
Nice.
Damn. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 freebies. One you probably already know. No, I'm not. I'm going to give you 2 freebies you don't already know. First, the most recent documented ogre sighting on this side happened in a small suburb called Lakeville, Minnesota in 2003. And 2, an ogre can get a foothold by having a person invite them here and by making a deal. If they can arrange 1,000 people to invite them, they can come here fully.
I think first and foremost, I want to know how you can get rid of an ogre, how to defeat them. What are their weaknesses?
So no ogre has ever been successfully killed, only banished back to there. They're very tricky, but they are bound by the rules of the initial deal that brought them here.
The contract?
Yes. You could say that, yeah, that'd be a word for it.
So the contract can be terminated by either party. I want to see if there's any information about that specifically, about the contract itself. Like, how would somebody go about terminating it? Is that like do they have to do some sort of spell? Do they just have to say, like, I don't want this anymore? Like, how do you terminate a contract?
Usually it would be about relinquishing whatever it was you got in exchange.
Is Theo able to use your libraries too?
You probably would be able to use it, but I don't know if you'd get the +1 to like investigate a mystery or whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, you could. I'm sure you could.
2 things I want to look into.
Mark, you want to do any studying?
Hitting the books, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Except your Giles is a 10-year-old girl.
Yeah. Did you want to ask your mom about the spell thing?
The grounding myself thing?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I'll go ask her about that.
What exactly do you want to say to her?
I think I would ask her I felt like for a minute I was kind of like not able to grip onto this reality for a second. And I'm a little nervous about it. So I'm looking for a way to ground myself.
Like something was pulling you back there?
Or as if I was falling back into it. I don't know if there's an entity pulling me or anything like that, but
I think she looks extremely concerned, and she's going to like bend over, like grab you by both your shoulders and start like examining you, pulling your eyes down and looking at your teeth. Being like, how many times has this happened? Precisely once? When did it happen? What time of day?
well, and Mom, wait, she doesn't know about me putting on the mask, does she?
I think you mentioned it over the phone the other day, like Mom, because I think you were trying to ask her and tell her about Rex.
Yeah, you told her about Rex, and
Yeah.
then do you know anything about masks? Like,
Right.
you did say, like, I got a hold of something. I don't think you said specifically what happened, but you're like, I got a hold of something, and I could sense that he was behind it.
I did say masks though. So you know those masks I was talking about. So to answer your question, yes, this has only happened once. You know those masks I was telling you about? I was trying to get closer to the source of all of it by putting on one of the masks. And luckily my friends got me out of there and I'm back. But this falling out that I felt the other day or earlier today with just like this slip in reality, it reminded me of that directly. And I think it might be tied to that.
But you stopped the thing behind the mask, didn't you?
We haven't yet. And he's at the top of all of it, from what I understand.
From what you assume.
From what I understand, what I've observed.
Is it possible? I'm not quite sure where Mark and his mom are, but like, can Casey observe this conversation and scope out any lies that Mark's mom tells Mark? Casey's just kind of, I think, just chilling.
Casey don't read no books.
Honestly, probably just hanging around the Sparks brothers, because I feel like the two of them, maybe not Tommy, but the two of them are kind of like, you lying, Mrs. Clayton?
I'm trying to figure out what exactly she's going to say, and then I'll answer that question. I think she'll say,
I can make something to help keep you grounded, and she'll get right on it.
As she goes to do that, can I like just put my hand on her arm and just be like, I need you to trust me on this one?
She'll put a hand on top of your hand and say, I will never let anything bad happen to you. And she's not lying. And she goes to make you something. Oh, you're going to like this. Don't worry about it.
So, okay. Did you ask your 3 questions about the ogres?
Just 2 questions, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is just the 2.
Theo has 2 questions. 2 things that she wants to research in the library, too.
I have another thing I want to research also, but you go first.
I guess the first thing I want to see if I can find out information on is Hester. Hester? I know that they are the prince. Can I just ask, like, who is Hester?
He's one of the ogre princes of the other side.
Okay. And then the other thing Theo wants to research, and if she can't find it here, is somebody she wants to reach out to. But who is the king of there?
Now that is a topic of some dispute.
Do you want me to roll to see if I can find any information here, or is there no information here?
There would be no information here.
Okay. So then I think that Theo's going to take out her cell phone. And I think she's going to text someone. Do you know who the king of there is?
Who is someone?
Theo's going to text Deacon.
Careful, Theo.
Is this Johnny or Deacon?
This is Johnny.
Oh.
I think Deacon's going to text back. Have you been reading my blog?
You have a blog?
I'm being a smartass, idiot. Why do you want to know?
Doing research for my blog.
Touché. I can't figure you out, little sister. You go from walking in the fire to trying to stay in the light and back again. Am I being jerked around here or what? Sometimes you're cool and then the next minute you're Bennett.
Do you even care about the answer?
more than you could possibly imagine.
I think Theo's going to respond with, what do you know about the king of there?
I know that he's new. I know that he's not widely respected. And I know that the war that he started and claims he won is still going on.
Where is the war going on? There?
For the most part.
I think Theo's not going to respond.
Did we ever find out what their look like?
I don't think so.
I only experienced the transition between here and there.
I mean, no, you would have lived there forever, but I think, yeah, you wouldn't have been, you were floating around there as kind of a raw consciousness without, like, I think the very first thing that you actually actively perceived would have been Mark.
Kira wants to do some research.
Again.
Yeah, something different. I think this would be the mystical library.
Oh, would it?
What would be needed to make a body?
Wait. What are you doing?
Nothing. You don't know.
What about this body?
Is there some sort of spell?
The raw components, you don't have to write this down, but there's 35 liters of water, 20 kilograms of carbon, 4 liters of ammonia, 1.5 kilograms of lime, 800 grams of phosphorus, 250 grams of salt, 100 grams of saltpeter, 80 grams of sulfur, 7.5 grams of fluorine, 5 grams of iron, 3 grams of silicon, and some various traces of other elements.
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Jesus, okay.
That's a lot.
The main thing that you would need beyond the raw materials would be skilled people to reform them. Namely, an alchemist and a sculptor. And not like the sculptor you're thinking of. And also, you would need, I think, alchemist and a sculptor and a large amount of raw energy.
What kind of raw energy?
Unspecified. Technically, any kind of raw energy or energy that can be stripped down to a raw format can be used.
Would I know where I could find an alchemist and a sculptor?
Theo would.
Just gonna make a note about this, that I use this for this purpose in case there's a roll down the line, because I get +1 then to use magic.
Noted.
I think that's what I would want to research. Regroup with the rest of the team, and I'd kind of let them know what I found out about the ogre, and that generally they make deals, and that kind of helps them get a foothold. It sounds like this particular ogre has made a deal with Carl, Exploding Boy Rathke. It's not totally clear what the deal is. My guess has something to do with his sudden fame. But if we can get Carl to relinquish what he was given and break the contract, then the ogre's connection will be severed. Problem is, if he gets to 1,000 people that he infects, then he can get a hold, this ogre can get a hold permanently in this world. So we need to figure out how to stop this thing from spreading, and we need to find Carl.
Do you know how many people have been infected? Like, are those 20 people still infected?
I think so. I wonder if there's like a way we could figure that out. It's like a hive mind. So like, I don't know if we could tap into that and see how many worker bees there are.
Theo can observe a place.
Would that work?
What place?
The hive?
Could you tap or potentially tune into it? Cough, cough, Mark?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could.
So I do believe that at that point, Mark's mother will walk over, a bright red bundle in her arms, and be like, if it's affecting Mark's hold on this side, it must be hundreds by now. But I can at least keep you in the fight with this. And she'll unfurl a dorky red sweater that on the front has a yellow star, and in cursive pink writing it says, Mark. Hey, put this on. You're making me cold.
I think Theo's gonna like maybe say to Dockers in her head, "Do you still approve?"
I think Dockers is laughing his butt off.
I like try not to burn it as I'm putting it on. This will ground me.
Oh, you look so great.
I think after a big sigh, he goes, "Thanks, Mom."
Is Theo able to either investigate a mystery or read a bad situation? That sweater. Like, I'm just curious, like, what kind of spell she put on it to ground Mark.
Yeah, roll investigate a mystery. What the hell?
13.
Well, okay. Ask 2 questions.
How is the sweater or the spell grounding Mark?
It is tethering him to the person that is Mark and the person that is his mother to sort of wrap around the spirit from there and make the connection to here stronger than that one.
How much time has passed, by the way, since I made the call to Jesse?
Say 2.5 hours.
Okay.
My last question is, what is the spell's weakness?
The word Mark. If you tear that off, it'll become not useless, but porous.
Would you allow me to ask if, you can say no, if there's something that Theo could do or create that would be stronger or better?
Might be a little soon, Theo.
Okay, never mind.
Like, I see what's there. I'm gonna do it better.
Ask a boy to choose you over his mother.
It's fine, never mind.
Like, that's good, but this is better.
Never mind.
Oh my goodness.
The bracelet that Mark has from Theo, that's kind of like the moment. No, right? It's just a bracelet now.
I mean, it will still
protect him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have so many like firewalls that
I've got nothing else. The only thing is, like, whenever Jesse shows up, Casey's gonna try and slip away unnoticed and not be there.
you want me to do with reaching out?
Yeah, let's see if you can reach out to. Can you tap into the hive mind of this thing and figure out how many people are currently infected, how they're being infected? I have a feeling it might be through the fucking song.
Can I reach out to the hive mind?
Roll tune in.
8.
Ask your question.
How many people are infected?
250.
Okay, well, it's a quarter of the way there. Well, it's not terrible, but not great.
Is each person that, like, is killed, like, does that bring the number down?
Technically.
Okay.
You can't invite somebody if you're dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the next thing we need to do is we need to find fucking Carl and see if he can break this deal with this thing, because that's what's getting him there.
Yep.
If we can figure out, is there like any can Kira maybe do like a look and see if there's any appearances that he's got coming up?
Sure.
Anywhere he's gonna be?
Are we still gonna go to the Invisible Family?
We could do that, yeah. If we want, after we talk to Jesse, probably.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say his next performance at the XL is going to be tomorrow night. He's got a residency there, which is unheard of, but he's just so famous.
In like retrospect, like thinking back to like the creatures that were swarming the house, the people who were infected, did it seem like they were they coming after anyone specifically, or was it indiscriminate?
I'm going to need you to roll plus sharp.
Can I do help out?
Sure. You were there.
I was there.
Okay, so that's a 10.
11.
They were coming after someone specific, and that someone is Mark.
Lovely. Okay, then I think I would just want to wait until Jesse gets here. How much longer does the camera have before it is off loop?
You'll be fine. Your phone will ring.
Ashwood.
You know your window's broken?
I told her to do it by the dress barn.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are you doing it by my house?
Oh, shit.
He'll hang up the phone. And then slightly too quickly, he'll show up at the dress barn. I thought you said to meet me at your house.
No, dress barn.
Oh, obviously. Okay. Tell me what's going on.
I do kind of wonder. No, Kira wouldn't ask you to do that. So I was like, I do wonder if you should listen to see if he tells any lies, but Kira wouldn't ask you to do that.
Yeah, Casey's gonna. I'm assuming that Kira would let Casey know that Jesse's on his way.
Yep, I would say, yeah, he's almost here. You can go elsewhere.
I'm gonna take a walk. Can I do that without being seen by him at all?
Roll act under pressure.
Okay, I'm gonna add 3 to that. 11.
Okay. Yep.
So Jesse pulls up. I think I'd go out to meet him. Thanks for coming. First things first. Can I just be like, I'm just humor me for a little bit. Can Kira just like inspect him to see if he's bugged like she was? Like check his phone. First of all.
I think the moment you go for it, he'll be like, "What are you doing?"
Fine, just trust me on this.
Go manipulate someone.
11.
Roll read a bad situation.
8.
His phone is not bugged.
Does he have a badge on him?
When you ask for the badge, he's going to be like, if you're asking if I'm being tracked, I'm not.
Well, I am, and I could use your help to not be. Can I trust you?
Oh, I just thought of something I want him to say that's going to hurt real bad. Of course. You're like a sister to me.
Mm-mm.
What? You don't have to get weird about it. I just mean like, you know, I look after you.
You know who your sister is.
Right. Sorry. That whole thing, it's new, you know?
Yeah. Do you know anything about the drum?
Why are you asking me that?
Because I have some information on them that is very dangerous. And they are a lot closer to ears than we think.
Everything about the drum is dangerous.
Yeah. And I have a feeling, I don't know how much you know, but Jesse, they're a part of ears. And I think they're monitoring me, or at least somebody in ears is, because I have a fucking camera in my head watching me at all times, except for right now.
They're looking at you like that. They either want you in, or they want you gone. Let's throw some mud in their eye, shall we?
What do we need to do?
I think he'd be here in the gremlin. He'll open up the hatchback and pull out like one of a series of hard plastic cases, clack open the sides and pull out one of those scanners and like flip it on, start doing some adjustments and be like, "You went for my phone and my badge. You took care of those?"
Phone, badge is not here, and my car is no longer being tracked either.
Okay. And you're you're sure it's just you? Just poke you in the forehead?
As far as I'm aware, I don't know who else, if anyone else has been tagged like that, but I've been. Is there a way that we can find out who put it there?
I know some people I can ask, but we'll have to get it out first.
People you can trust? People not within ears?
Who you think you're talking to? I got people. And he's going to take his scanner and start pointing it at you and start waving it over different parts of your body like you're being scanned at an airport. I think he's going to get to your head and it's going to switch to something else. And he'll be like, "Okay." For what it's worth, I don't like this next part any more than you do. He's going to pull out like a small plastic funnel and like a rubber tube. And he's going to start fastening things and he'll pull out what appears to be a tank. And then he'll affix the tube to a little box, fix the other side of the box to the tank. And he's going to be like, "All right, now I need you to just follow my finger as I go to the left and to the right and to the left."
Oh, no.
And then I want you to roll act under pressure to avoid screaming.
That's a 9.
Okay, I think you let out a surprised little shriek as, yes, you feel something traveling through the wrinkles in your brain and out your eye, and it gets sucked into this little tube. You did great. Want to take a check?
Yeah, what? Make sure
It's gone.
Yeah. Kira, I want her to just kind of look inward.
2 things. The camera's gone. The lobby appears trashed, and there are a couple of your alters walking around inside being like an earthquake just went happened. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, it's gone. Hold that thought. And I think I want Kira to text Casey. And I think I just want to ask her, do you trust me?
Casey will respond with, of course, ? What's up?
I'm going to try to help you. If I can. And then I want to go over to Jesse.
I think you get a text message, but I feel like you don't look at it. But like, what is that supposed to mean? ! And then Kira. And then I think like maybe wherever Casey is like she's gonna head back.
I want to go over to Jesse and I want to say, I'm not your sister. Casey Davis is your sister. And you need to fucking remember her right now. Will you let me try something?
You trusted me.
And I think she puts her hands up and puts them on the temples of his head. And I just want to share all the memories that I can think of Jesse and Casey. And specifically the moment between Casey and Jesse in the hallway.
Glad you're alright.
I'm not great. What do you...
I'm sorry. I love you.
Casey.
And she thinks about all the times Jesse showed up whenever Casey needed him.
Listen, whatever you got into, I'm in it with you.
Are you?
Always.
Just every moment that I can think of that is very clear what their relationship is.
Because you're my little sister, goddammit. You think there's a rule or law in the world that could override my responsibility to keep you safe?
Roll use magic.
10.
You do that. He pulls away, blinking. At that moment, Casey comes running around the corner. He'll lock eyes with you. The very beginnings of tears in them. Casey.
This has been The Monsters Playbook, featuring
John Wander as Mark Clayton.
Lauren Johnson as Kira Ashwood.
Miah Detjen as Casey Davis and Theo Nessos.
and Jonny Grubb as literally everyone else. Our theme song is by me, Jonny Grubb. The Monsters Playbook is produced, edited, and engineered by Miah Detjen. If you liked this episode, please tell a friend. We love friends. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Monsters Playbook, and on Twitter at Monster Playbook, and on Web 1.0 at monstersplaybook.com. We'll see you next episode, where, as always, I'll have some good news and some bad news. Thanks for listening. Maybe this is like character work, maybe Officer Thomas is eating. Look, human life depends utterly on the consumption of nutrition.